This is hardcore Minecraft with a twist. I'm stuck in this 5x5 block area until the world starts expanding, granting me access to a slowly growing amount of new resources and new discoveries. Can I survive long enough to make it to the end and beat the game? Follow along to find out. This is episode 8 of Hardcore Expanding Minecraft. What is up, guys? Welcome back. This is going to be a little bit different of an episode. As you can tell, you probably don't recognize what I'm standing in front of right now. And that is because I am filming this intro at the end. Now, there's two reasons for that. One, this video ended up so cool that I really wanted to emphasize that you guys watch this video all the way to the end. I think you guys are going to love it. And two, at the start of this video, I really didn't know exactly what I was going to do. But now that it's all said and done, let's jump back to where the video began. Alright, so I started out at the beginning of this video moving some more of my villagers down into the trading hall, turning them into zombies with a trapped zombie that I caught, and then curing them. This way I could trade one stick for one emerald and get a ton of emeralds for super cheap. While I was down looking for gold to make golden apples to cure them, I came across more of the bastion that we hadn't discovered. So I raided that, got some gold and a bunch of golden carrots, which was great. And that brings us to now. Alright, it's been a long time since I've gone around and seen the border. Let's go find out what we're working with now. The border has expanded far enough that we can't even see it anymore. That's great. We're making a lot of progress. I know that we have our village over there that we haven't gotten to yet, but I want to go check everything else out first to see if there's any surprises, and then we can go over there and look. While we explore, YouTube analytics shows that almost 80% of you that watch my videos are not subscribed. So what are you doing? Go down, click that subscribe button. It's totally free and it helps support the channel a ton. All right, we've made it to our great big border, and it looks like the border is right around 350 blocks from where we started. So it's expanding, at a good little clip. We've gotten a ton done in the time that it's taken the border to get here, but we have so much more to do. We got to make sure we get it all in before we get to the end and beat the game. And I don't know, you guys let me know down in the comments after I beat the game, what should I do with this world? Should I get rid of the border and keep playing it as a hardcore playthrough so that we can keep building epic stuff? Should I move on to a different world? You guys let me know. All right, we got a pretty big frozen biome. I don't really know exactly what this biome is. Woo! Oh, I see a horse up there. We just got to remember that he's over here. Yes, we have more bees that I can see, which is good because we need to gather at least a handful of beehives to make our bee farm. I don't think you can make these, or I don't think the bees can make these. I think you have to find them. Not 100% sure on that, but we just need to find at least a few more of those. All right, actually, we are at the village that we found earlier. Oh, and there's foxes and a bunch of zombies. All right, guys, this is the village that we found when we were building our sky island. Let's sleep so that it's not nighttime and it's not raining. Excuse me, I would like your bed. All right, now let's explore this village. Got a little blacksmith working station here. Oh, there's a lot of foxes around here. Whoa, check this out. The town is built right over a ravine. Yo, that's kind of crazy. The path goes all the way down there at the bottom. Not ideal for these two villagers since they can't really go anywhere. All right, that seems to be the whole village. Didn't really have anything in it that we don't already have, but still it's cool to explore and see the world expand. This is such a weird village too. All right, let's keep exploring. Oh, and we have another, is it a cave entrance? Yeah, another big cave entrance right here. Oh, this one's huge. Let's pop down and explore this one real quick. Oh, it looks like this connects. Yo, that's cool. All right, we don't have access to this huge cavern yet, but that will be awesome when we do. All right, this cave is not quite as big, but it is still pretty epic. Let's light this whole thing up. All right, this is cool. Looks like we got a huge body of water here with this kind of natural dam. All right, guys, seeing these huge caves is giving me an idea. So right now we don't have access to this big cavern right here. Now we do have access to this cave over here, which is not as big, obviously, but it's got some really cool features. This huge pool right here is pretty cool. It goes super deep and there's glow squids in it along with some magma blocks. So it looks really cool. And just on the other side of it, we have a little open area that's not tiny. So here's what I'm thinking. That village that we passed earlier is kind of sad. It's torn in half by that ravine, and some of the villagers can't even get out of their houses. So here's what I propose. We build the villagers a completely new village down here underground. I say that we redesign this whole entire cave and build a sweet little village down here and move all of those villagers in here. And kind of have this side be the town area. And then later on, when we have access to this huge cavern over here, we can build something epic like a dwarven castle, some huge castle underground that kind of connects to the village that we build. Now, I think it's a pretty sweet idea. The question is, can we make it as cool as I have it in my mind? And there's only one way we can figure that out. We just got to do it. So you guys know how this goes. Let's get building. All right, guys, the first thing I did was build a beacon because I knew I was going to be doing some mining and I wanted it to be quick. After that, I set up a storage area because I knew I also would have a ton of materials. After that, I got to digging the path. It was kind of a steep entrance, so this took a little bit of digging. Then I got to excavating some of the areas for the buildings that we were going to be putting down here, as well as setting out dirt as kind of a layout so that I could see exactly how much space I was working with. The cave had a great layout, so it really didn't require a ton of terraforming, but we hopped over on the other side of the pond, adjusted just a few things with the cave, and laid out a couple more spots for a few more buildings. With everything laid out and looking good, we could actually get on to building. So I started with the staircase, starting by laying dirt all the way to the top and then adding slabs between it so that we could walk up it easily. I just layered everything all the way down to the bottom. I then used a shovel to turn it into a path so it looked a little bit better, and then extended the path a little bit further down into the cave as well. Jumping across to the other side, I continued the path with kind of just the same pattern over here, just to keep everything connected and make it feel like there's kind of a flow through the town. I also went back through and added grass blocks kind of in just random spots to add a little bit more texture and variety to the path. And after that was done, we could finally get to work on our first farm. This just involved me layering out a couple of layers of dirt and adding fence around it to give it a nice farm vibe. After we finished the first one, I went ahead and started working on layering dirt for the second farm. This one was a little bit steeper, so I had to terraform it a little bit so that we could get the dirt layers looking good. And then I got to planting both of the farms. This first one is just going to be wheat, and the second one is going to be potatoes. And then I jumped across the pond for our third and final farm, which is going to be our carrot farm. And I kind of covered up all the water with the dirt and then got to planting. I thought this one looked pretty cool around this big pillar that's in the middle. After that, I went for a swim. I grabbed a bunch of glowstone, went down and lit up kind of the whole pond. It was way bigger than I initially thought it was going to be, and I wanted to be able to see it from the top because I thought it looked so cool. After lighting up the pond, I decided I needed to light up the cave a little bit more. So I hung a few hanging lights in this design with the trapdoors, but I really didn't love how they turned out. So I went back, put an iron trapdoor and then some of the birch trapdoors on it as well. And I thought it looked way better. So I just went around the cave and added a few more. It was at this point that I saw a zombie villager, which had me a little bit worried that all of our villagers maybe have died up in the village above, but that's not going to stop us. So I finally got on to building a structure. I started work on the dam wall. It was great since it was already kind of a natural dam there, so we kind of just redecorated it and made it look exactly how we want. I'm using a combination of deep slate and wood. That way it doesn't stand out a ton, but it still looks great. And with the dam walls finally done, I first started building a gate that connects to that huge cavern that we found earlier. That way it kind of provides a little bit of separation between the village and the future castle that we're probably going to build there. This one took a little bit of tweaking with the design, but I finally got it to a point that I liked and ended up looking, not bad. And with the gate done, I got to building our first villager house. Using a combination of spruce and oak, as well as deep slate, I was able to put together a house that I think is a huge upgrade for any villagers that we bring down here, and looks pretty good as well. threw in some glass panes, and this first house is totally done. With the first house done, I moved on to the second. It was way quicker building the second one since I had already kind of figured out a design with the first house. So we just laid it out and built it up. This one was about the same size as the first house, but with just a slightly different layout. After the second house was done, I got to building something a little bit more unique. I wanted to build kind of like little vendor booths, almost like you see at a farmer's market, that we could put a couple of villagers in later that, you know, they're kind of just stuck forever in, but it looks good. You can walk by, trade with them, and I think it adds a little bit of character to the town, especially with the color on the roof. With the trading booths done, I got to building the third house, which is the house that is going to cover my ugly storage space. Initially, I thought I wanted to build this one 2 stories, but it looked pretty weird with everything else being kind of 1 story. So I chopped down the top half and just turned it into kind of a normal sized house. This one ended up looking pretty good, and I think did a great job of covering up our ugly storage area so that nobody has to see it. With this house done, we are finished on this side of the pond and are jumping over to the other side of the pond. The first thing I built was, you guessed it, another house. This one is a little bit bigger than any of the other ones, so it's for whichever villager is the richest. Next, I got to work on the stables. And I'm just realizing I built these on the opposite end of town as the entrance, which is probably pretty weird, but hey, who doesn't want to ride their horse through the town and show it off on the way to the stables? I've never built anything like this before, so let me know what you guys think. Does it look like a stable to you? I think it does. We just got to put some horses in. But after that, I built a little duplex kind of right next to it. This house I did out of oak just so it would look a little bit different from the other houses, but still with the deep slate roof, kind of make it all, you know, fit in the same thing. And finally, I got to building the last house in the village. This one, again, pretty basic. You know the deal. We just laid it out and built it up. But unfortunately, this is when my computer decided that it was sick of the cinematic shots and my replay mod file got corrupted. So we're going to be in first person view for just a few seconds while I finish up this build, but the village is almost complete, so it's all good. With the final house looking good, I tore down the beacon since I knew we wouldn't have to do that much more excavation, and I want to build a bridge across this water. So I kind of settled on this design of a hanging bridge with spruce trapdoors and chains connecting to some slabs, so it kind of looks like the whole thing is hanging over the water. And at the end, this is what it ended up looking like. Now, the last thing that I put in this town was a town treasury. I fill it up with just some of the more valuable blocks, kind of like it's the town's bank. And I put it inside of this big stalagmite, stalactite, I don't know which one it is, because I thought it'd look kind of cool. All right, the village building part is done, but it's not a village without villagers. So let's go grab some. Hello? Oh, there's a fox. And I hear one villager at least. Hello? Hello? Okay, there might only be one. Oh, oops. I think there's only one villager in this town. I guess the others all died from zombies, but at least there's one we can save. Sir, I'm very sorry. I've got some bad news. All of your friends are dead. All right, let's lay down some rails. Okay, and now it's connected. All right, hop in a minecart. Perfect. All right, this guy is ready for a ride. And stop. Oh. Okay, so we need to connect these rails all the way down into the village. Then we can just push him down. Oh, he's getting away from me. Please don't die somehow. All right, success. We've got him trapped. And here we go. Oh, I didn't put that in right. Let's see if we can do this quickly. No, no, no. Where are you going? Oh, he's going to get a job. All right, and we've got our first farmer. Okay, now where are you going? You admiring the house? All right, well, he seems to enjoy it. Okay, where are you going now? I think he's trying to pick his real estate. No, don't go up there. I don't even know if you can cross this bridge. Oh, he's on the roof now? Oh, okay, now he's in the pool. Why are villagers like this? All right, I'm going to need you to get out, sir. Let's block him off. Maybe he'll climb out on his own. Nope. All right, let's put him in a minecart. And all right, that worked. I am actually very surprised that worked. All right, and he's in. All right, success. Now we need to go and get him some friends, since he has no friends in his town. So let's build some rails from our villager house. All right, now it's finally connected and we can bring him some friends. Oh, this took like 700 rails. All right, get in. This kind of feels like kidnapping. Is this kidnapping? Because it feels like kidnapping. All right, we've got our train of villagers ready to go. This looks so funny to me for some reason. All right, let's go. All right, guys, I've got all the villagers in place, which means it is now time for the big reveal of the final underground village. Please enjoy these quick clips. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. It took so much time to build this underground village, but it ended up looking so good. So make sure to like and subscribe so you can always stay up to date on what's coming out next. But until the next video, guys, I'll see you later.